Good morning, friends. Today we will discuss about the pharmacological actions of quinidine, statins, warfarin, insulin, and theophylline. Do you know category of quinidine? Yes, quinidine belongs to the antiarrhythmic 1A class drug. Yeah, some pharmacological actions can be derived with the name quinidine itself. Let us start with the Q letter. Q, just from the name letter Q, it prolongs a QT prolongation. We can get the information related to the widening of a QRS of ECG. U causes uterine contractions. I inhibits the sodium and the potassium channels, thereby prolongs action potential duration, which is a mechanism of action. And another I within the quinidine is produce inotropic activity with a negative impact, negative inotropic activity. Then D, depression of diastolic depolarization causes a reduction in automaticity. Then another, eh, after chronic usage, it produces intolerance. Then a serious side effect with the chronic usage of quinidine produces synchronism with the characterization of tinnitus, long QT intervals, torsidicity pointers. Torsidicity pointers is nothing but twitching of points. On eye, it produces a blurred vision or a blindness on toxic levels. Quinidine generally used in the used therapeutically as atrial fibrillation and ventricular tachycardia treatment. Then next drug, statins. Do you know category of statins? Yes, exactly. Statins belongs to the hyperlipidemics. From the name, a statin. Yes, statins reversibly inhibits HMG-CoA reductase enzyme, thereby reduces hepatic cholesterols, causing increased LDL receptors, resulting in the decreased plasma LDL levels. It reduces LDL levels and even it proven to improve the HDL levels. Then A increases apoptosis in lymphocytes, eosinophils also. Even a atherosclerotic plaque stabilization observed with a chronic use of statins more than 2 years. T inhibits the thrombogenic responses. Then I improvement of endothelial dysfunction and reduce ischemic stroke incidence, inhibits the cardiac hypertrophy. Then N acts on neutrophils, thereby reduces the oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is nothing but where there will be increased free oxygen radical species, just disrupts the cellular functions and cellular integrity, and cell death will cause. So, oxidative stress we need to be inhibited by means of some antioxidants like citrus, etc. Then, last letter, yes, decreases the superoxide formation and reduces the chemokine formations. Therapeutically, statins are used in treatment of hyperlipidemia as for antioxidative stress and as anti-inflammatory agent. Then another drug, warfarin. Do you know the category of warfarin? Yes, warfarin belongs to the anticoagulant. Then warfarin is a coumarin derivative. Mechanism related to the warfarin, it inhibits formation of a reduced form of vitamin K by blocking the vitamin K epoxide reductase enzyme, resulting the inhibition of vitamin K dependent coagulatory factors formation or activation. Then A, it affects the extrinsic pathway. Then R, route of administration is generally can be by oral. It can cross a placenta and produce teratogenic effect. Then it is an antagonist of vitamin K. Vitamin K is a chemically phytomenadione. Then R, it reduces vitamin K dependent factors, thereby the action. Then it impairs the post-translational modifications of factors to like prothrombin, then 7 stable factor, then 9 Christmas factor, and then 10 Stewart factor. These factors these factors will be impaired with the warfarin use. It impairs post-translational modifications of factors. Again, I'm telling prothrombin, stable factor, Christmas factor, start factor, and other. Then N stands for necrosis, hemorrhage, syncope, and angina-like symptoms are under side effects case. Necrosis generally observed at high doses. As of we know that warfarin belongs to the coumarin derivative and can be used as anticoagulant. Again, I am repeating, warfarin inhibits the formation of a reduced form of vitamin K by blocking the vitamin K epoxide reductase enzyme. It means nothing but it blocks vitamin K epoxide reductase enzyme. That's it. Then it extensively warfarin affects the extrinsic pathway. It can be given oral route. Warfarin undergoes placental cross, thereby produce teratogenic effects. So cautious is required for pregnant women. It means that contraindicated in pregnant women. Then another drug, insulin. Do you know category of insulin? Yes, insulin belongs to the diabetes treatment. Then insulin phosphorylates insulin receptor substrate complex, resulting proliferation of AKT1 receptors, causing the reduction in plasma sugar levels. Insulin increases the glucose uptake. It also affects the gene expression. I am repeating. Insulin phosphorylates insulin receptor substrate complex. We will call as IRS, resulting whenever insulin phosphorylates IRS complex, there will be proliferation of a receptor called AKT1, resulting proliferation of AKT1, causing the reduction in plasma sugar levels by means of uptake of a circulating sugar molecules into the cells. Insulin increases the glucose uptake. It also affects the gene expression. Through the gene expression, it controls the sugar levels, blood sugar levels. Then N, neutral protamine hagedon, which is an important drug. Then synthetic example for insulin is Lispro. Lispro is a very rapid acting drug. It inhibits the lipolysis. Leptin enhances the actions of insulin. Side effects of insulin include lipoatrophy, then lipohypertrophy, allergic reactions, hypoglycemia. Hypoglycemia is generalized with the insulin administration. Why? Because dump of insulin just proliferates. Dump of insulin just produce the low levels of blood sugar levels, thereby causing a hypoglycemic fall in blood sugar levels. It also founds to inhibit gluconeogenesis, glucosenolysis, ketogenesis, and proteolysis. I am repeating the mechanism. Insulin phosphorylates insulin receptor substrate complex, resulting proliferation of AKT1, causing the reduction in plasma sugar levels. Then insulin decreases the glucose uptake. It also affects the gene expression. Then some drugs like neutral protamine hagedon. Then synthetic example of insulin is Lispro. Lispro belongs to the rapid acting drug, and neutral protamine hagedon belongs to intermediate acting drug level. Insulin is an anti-diabetic drug. Then another drug, theophylline. Do you know the category of theophylline? Theophylline belongs to the class of asthma. It is used to treat the asthma. It means that can be used as anti-asthmatic drug. We can write simply anti-asthmatic drug. Then pharmacological actions can be derived with theophylline. T on T lymphocytes, it reduces cytokines and it also acts as anti-inflammatory. It also reduces mediators released from the mast cells and macrophages. H hemodynamic effects produce, and further it may cause hypotension. E it reduces leakage from endothelial cells, increases the release of endogenous catecholamines. Then P phosphodiesterase inhibition that leads to the increased intracellular CAMP levels that causes a bronchodilation, and it is a competitively antagonizes adenosine action. Loo, it is a mild diuretic. Theophylline is a mild diuretic. We can observe with the intake of a coffee or a tea. Tea contains a theophylline. Theophylline is nothing but a xanthin derivative. After taking of 2 or 3 cups of tea, definitely person moves to the loo for urination. Immunomodulatory effects also it observed interferes with the calcium channels and reduces the free intracellular calcium ions. It produces a narrow therapeutic. It have a narrow therapeutic index causing nausea, vomiting, nervousness and palpitations as a side effect. Thank you. Uh, as a summary, we discussed today, uh, yeah, pharmacological actions of quinidine, statins, warfarin, insulin, and theophylline. Quinidine belongs to the class antiarrhythmic, then statins, hyperlipidemic, warfarin, anticoagulant, insulin, antidiabetic, theophylline is anti-asthmatic drugs. Thank you.